Oh, what's good, YouTube? It's Josh here with another video, here with another TikTok vent about inflation video, part 17. Shout out to Valentina once again. I'm gonna react to your video. Shout out to you, shout out to you, shout out to you. So without further ado, let's get right into this video.
So I have a very serious question, okay? My birthday's in November, December's coming up, Christmas, all that jazz. Is it wrong to ask for groceries? I'm being actual serious because one, shit's expensive these days. I work a full-time job and shit is expensive these days, okay? Two, I would like to build my little spice rack, but I'm not dropping dollars on spices. No. And also, mango season is coming up and mangoes are expensive and I freaking love them. So like, if someone just got me mangoes and watermelon, like, I'd be happy. Like, I just want to be able to eat fresh fruit and not have to take out another mortgage. Like, that's all.
That makes sense. That's a good idea. She said that her birthday's in November and, you know, December is right after the holiday, Christmas. And what she said is that, is it bad to ask for groceries for your birthday or for Christmas? I'm there like, that's a good idea. This is what I mean. You putting yourself first. You got to come up with good ideas to like get over like the little humps in life. You understand? You got to learn how to finesse it. That's a good idea. I might use that. Shout out to her.
Tesco the other day, just picking up a few things. Was in the cereal aisle, went to get some cereal, as you do, fancied some of that. Fucking Kellogg's Rice Krispies, £5.65 a box. Speechless. So then I thought, you know what, I'll get some shredded wheat. It's been a while, I quite like that with some fruit and a bit of honey over the top, you know, why not? £4.40 a box. Like, I'm fucking sick fed up of this cereal cost of living crisis, especially right now. I know everything's more expensive. We know that. We've known it for months now. But cereals, man. I'm sick of feeling guilty to buy a box of cereal. What in the fuck is going on? Honestly. Rant over.
How much are my expenses in Africa? So currently I'm in a North African country, Egypt to be exact, and here's how much I spend per month on my monthly expenses. My monthly rent for my fully furnished 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment within walking distance from the Red Sea is only $300 a month. My water bill is not included in that, but it is prepaid 6 months to a year in advance. I usually do 6 months at a time, totaling $10 a month. Now, gas is a tricky one. It's depending on how much I use. The gas here is usually stored in a canister, so depending on how much I cook for myself, I pay around $3.50 per canister, and that'll last me about a month and a half to 2 months. The gas for my moped costs me about $5 a month. My internet bill is roughly $8, sometimes $16 per month, depending on how much I stream. Food for myself and my 2 pets for the month will range from about $200 to $300. And I am able to easily afford this while living abroad because I help people like you make an easy transition from the 9 to 5 to being a full-time entrepreneur. Altogether, my monthly expenses total from around $588 to $615. You can do the same.
Let's chat.
Wow. That sounds like a good idea. I always thought about that. They're like, is it just best to like get out of these like popular countries like America, the UK, Australia, Germany, all these places? Egypt sounds like it. That's the place. That's the way to go. And honestly, I wouldn't mind. But it seems like she's doing good, man. Shout out to her. Like between $500 and like what, $615 per like a month. Dog. That's what people have to pay. Starting rent, like if they want to go half. This is like below half. Anyways, it's a whole bunch. Shout out to her though. She sounds like she's doing good. I hope she stays like that.
Chat about the cost of living here in Germany. Germany is similar to the United States in that it all depends on where you are in Germany. Are you in the city, the country? Do you live in a house? Do you live in an apartment? Like, all of those things obviously impact your cost of living. However, for groceries, I have found pretty universally the cost of groceries here in Germany is substantially less than it is in the United States. Before I moved to Germany, I was living in Denver, Colorado. I would shop at a combination of Sprouts, King Soopers, and Whole Foods, and I would spend anywhere between $450 to $650 a month on groceries, and that was cooking about 90% of my meals at home for me and my husband. Here in Germany, I usually spend between, I would say, 400 euros a month on food, and that's cooking close to 99% of my meals at home. It is definitely cheaper. There are some things grocery wise that are more expensive. I've talked about this before, but things like almond milk are way more expensive, whereas things like eggs are less expensive. So depending on what you're buying, it may be close to the same cost as the US, but in general, I have personally found it to be a lot cheaper.
Man, shout out to her. It looks like the solution is just to move out the United States and maybe the UK and Australia and Canada. That's what it seems like. But shout out to her. If it seems cheaper, hey, go for it.
Let's talk about this for a second, because I think we can all agree that things have gotten out of fucking control. Let's go back to just 2000. Average income was 42,000, house was 175,000, apartment 600, a vehicle 21.
I have to pause it because I wasn't born in the year 2000, just 2 years after 2000. Do the math. Not hard. But don't tell, this is how it was? What? Look at the gas price. Oh. If only we could go back to that. Oh, look at eggs. Eggs is like $3 now, bro. Eggs used to be 92 cents. Bread was $1.50. I'll say it's like $2.50 now. Milk was $2.78. Milk is like dang near $5. A vehicle is $21,000. A brand new, reliable Honda. I think that's a Honda Civic. 21,000. That's not super bad. That's the same starting vehicle price. Apartment rent was $602. Wow. Good old days, man. Good old days. I'm just admiring the good old days. Let's get right into it.
1,000. Besides income, pretty reasonable, right? Now let's take a look at today's averages. Income, $59,000. Housing.
What did I say? Oh my god. I swear I did not watch this video, but I did say bread was like $2.50. Oh my god. I swear on everything. I said bread was $2.50. Milk is like $5 now. Eggs was like $4, $5. Oh, I think I said $3. Dog. Vehicle is $48. God dang, dog. I'll say the housing market spiked. I'll say that it spiked. It's like once people realize like, hey, I can make money like doing real estate, that's when like it just went out of control. But the milk, the bread, and the eggs, I'll even say gas, I got it right. But let's continue. Let's talking.
$410,000. Apartments, $1,300. A vehicle, $48,000. Are you kidding me right now? Overall, the cost of living has increased about 70%, but our income has only increased 30%. What the fuck, America?
For the first time in my adult life, I have been mobilized by a bill, right? So my electricity bill is normally like $700 for a family of 6, which is like, I expect that. So I put $1,000 away. For my latest bill from July to September, it was almost $3,000. Now just a little bit of context, we used a wood fire heater through winter. We didn't add anything new. This house was built in 2015. It's very insulated. My husband checked all the electricals when we moved in with this fancy little machine. It's all passed. So I called the electricity company and I was like, help. Their response was basically like, this is not an us problem, and offered me better rates in the future. Didn't offer me a payment plan, didn't offer me like any kind of support, just like, do your thing. I am at such a loss because everything is costing more these days. Groceries, fuel, gas, water, everything costs. And it hurts.
Having dinner in the UK 2025.
Alright guys, thank you for coming. I know the cost of living crisis has hit us really hard, but I have prepared a meal. So there it is. It is piping hot, so please be careful, yeah? Yeah, no. Crack in, guys. No, don't send me any money, guys. Don't send me any money. No, just eat what you can, mate. Just eat what you can, honestly. No, just eat what you can, guys. Do you need anything to drink at all? Because I have got water from my tap. No. The water bill. Don't worry about the water bills. It's on me tonight, yeah? Alright, there you go, guys. It is a little bit brown, but that's just because the Tories have been, pumping more feces into the rivers and that. But is it alright?
No, it's lovely. It's really nice.
Good, yeah.
It's really good, man.
What do you reckon a lamb's worth?
I wouldn't have the faintest idea. We'll just say $100.
Like 300? Lambs are actually selling for less than $100. That's about 70% less than
Very
what they
true.
were worth a year ago.
We're paying well above $50 a kilo for premium cuts, $10 a kilo for cheap cuts. But farmers are selling their animals for as little as $3 a kilo. So what's going on?
Basically, there's a massive oversupply of
We're getting
lambs and
screwed.
sheep in Australia right now, and that's one reason sale yard prices have crashed. And that means farmers are left selling their older animals for peanuts, and some aren't even worth selling.
The reason some farmers aren't bringing their livestock to the market is that it's actually costed us more to truck the animals down to the sale yards.
So why isn't meat
And they're
cheaper
shooting them
for
in
shoppers?
WA.
You've also got to factor in the cost of power, cost of labour, cost of diesel, and the ability to create and package meat. That's all risen too.
So will prices for shoppers
Laughing
fall?
because
I
I'm
think it's
thinking
still
what a
got to
load
work
of
its way through the
shit.
system, yeah. Could be 6 months before you might see some softer meat prices potentially.
In the meantime, here's some tips on how to find cheaper meat.
Really got to shop around. When you're in places like
Go to your
supermarkets,
local
look at the
farmer,
kilo
see if he's
price,
got a lamb
and
for
then
you.
Do a bit of comparison. Go to your local butcher, go out and do your research.
But no, seriously, every time I speak with a Thai person and they're like, oh, I want to go to America. Oh, I want to go to US. I don't like life here in Thailand. And I'm like, you are in for a rude awakening. Like, your country is amazing. Like, I know that the average Thai salary is 300 baht per day, which is about just less than $10 a day, depending on the currency exchange between the US dollar and Thailand. So it is pretty low. But one thing that Thailand has over the United States is that even though you may be homeless, which is a stretch, right? It's like, whoa, why go that far? But even the homeless people, they may be homeless, but they won't starve. Accessibility to food is never a question because you can go get some rice and some protein for 60 baht, which is $2. And even if you have to beg on the street, you can make that. And in the US, being homeless or not being able to work and pay your bills is a death sentence. Wild.
She has a point. A lot of immigrants, like, they want to come to America for the American dream, like it said. What they don't understand is that the reason why the U.S. lets in all these immigrants is because they're not fond of the American dream, like how blacks and whites are. Majority of blacks and whites are. They come into the country thinking like, oh, it's the U.S., it's bigger, it's better, it's more opportunities. Yes, but it's harder. It's super hard, and it kicks your butt. It kicks your butt, and these people don't get it until they go through it, and then they see it. Some people wake up and be like, hey, this is not the American dream. Some people may want to go back to their country, and it's just crazy. The reason why the U.S. lets in so many immigrants is because it's like, they don't know. They're like the new wave of workers. They're like a new wave of workers that will do anything for $1. So it's like a new set of slaves coming into work. You understand? This is what a lot of people don't get. So let's continue.
I literally just woke up, so that's why my hair is all fucked up.
anyone else in the UK feel like every month they are becoming more financially fucked? Because I genuinely think I'm at my breaking point now. Like, I just got my car insurance renewal. Last year it was £500 a year. I just got the renewal through. It's £1,200. I've had no claims, nothing. It's just gone up. Went on Compare the Market, obviously, I'm not paying that. The cheapest quote I can get is £200 more than I paid last year for nothing. No claims, nothing. Heard on the radio earlier that water bills are going to be going up. That's after all of our energy bills obviously already went up monumentally. The cost of living, just doing the food shop, is just like insane. Like, I just feel like every month it's something else, and every month I'm just getting poorer. And like, I work a good job and I have a side hustle that makes like decent money. I should not be in a position where I'm struggling, do you know what I mean? Like, nor should anybody else in this country. If you're working a full-time job, you should not be struggling. And I know there's gonna be people in the comments being like, oh, just get a better job. Shut the fuck up. First of all, it's not that easy to get a better job. Second,
Really not.
Most people aren't in the position to get a better job. Third, if you're working full-time, I don't care what the role is, if it's low-skilled or whatever else, like, you should be able to pay for the cost of living. Like, you should be able to pay for your groceries, you should be able to pay for your fuel, you should be able to pay for your bills, okay? That's not that big of an ask. It's actually incredibly fucking basic of an ask. Sort of like a bit of a rant, really. Like, I just don't know what the people are supposed to do. Like, there's only so far this can go before something breaks. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't know how normal people, like people with families, people with children, I don't have a clue how they're coping at the moment. Like, I have a partner, but I'm a single person, I don't have children, I'm not married. I should be fucking thriving, and I'm not. So how the fuck are people that are, you know, less in a privileged position than me coping? Bottom line, this government is an absolute disgrace, and I don't know how they sleep at night.
So
And shout out to her in this last video. That's it for this video, but yeah, they're keeping their eyes on you, man. The government are just watching you. The government is just watching you. They know that, hey, you have a side hustle and you're making more money than you're making at your job, or making extra money that aside from your job. Let's raise the price so you won't have to be free and use that extra money that you have to go on vacation, to buy the things that you want, to do the things that you want. Let's make you suffer. It's like that's what it's basically saying. I understand. Yes, I have a video where some guy is explaining inflation, but it's like, inflation is also saying like, hey, like, suffer, be more of a slave. Like, oh my god, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Man, needless to say, everything will be okay. Just keep going, man. Keep figuring out ways to survive. Stay prayed up, man. Just put your priorities first. Put the important things first in this life, because I don't know how things are gonna be. Things may get harder. Things may get easier. I don't know. I don't know if a new president will help. I don't know. The best thing I could say is just to be on your P's and Q's, stay on your toes, and just prepare for like anything. Prepare. That's the best thing I could say. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video. My name is Josh. Shout out to Valentina one more time. That was her video. Just reacted to it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Enjoyed this video. I'm out.